Rabbi Kaplan, we're continuing.
So also said in Tilamayim Gimel, after he sees the success of the Rishonim, he said, Ad ovo el mikdashei kel, vino lacharisom, I see their end. Says Rashi says that Sancherib and his soldiers, Sancherib was the king of the world. He brought millions of soldiers to Yerushalayim. 185,000 were the generals, and each one had many soldiers under him. And near Yerushalayim, that night, they all died. Heshkimu ba'boker, and they were pegorim mesim. And that's what the Osuf says. Eicha hoyu l'shama keroga. In one rega, they all were wiped out. Sofu tamu, they were finished and ended. Min balahus, from this fright of the malachim that came to them to take them away. So you see, so Osuf did bring an answer. Look at their end. They all perished. But still, and then Eov you could put on the list. Eov also, if you learn the vikuach of Eov, you see that he's talking there about, I don't have in my head now the psukim, but he's talking there about the Rishoim that succeed and the tzaddikim that are downtrodden. It says it in Eov. What's the answer that he gets in then? Vayan Hashem es Eov min ha-se'ora. And Hashem said, Eifo yisa biyosti oret. You're asking good questions, but where were you when I created the world? Where were you then? Did you see the plan? When I created the world, there was a plan. You're jumping in the middle, you're asking why. But in the end, Eov says to Hashem, I till now, I was questioning and arguing, complaining, but now the Shem Ozen Ba'ato Eini Roscho. Now that I see you, Alkein Hemas V'nichamti Alofa V'Eifra, I see that all the ashes that I sat and all the pain that I went through, it was worth it, because in the end I see Hashem through the pain that I went through. And the end was that I see Hashem. See, he didn't say, I understand now the answer to the question. He just said it was worth it. To get a Gilui Shechina, it was worth all the pain that I went through. And it would seem that he's saying that I don't care anymore. These questions don't bother me anymore. He didn't say, I have an answer, I became smart. That doesn't bother me. V'nichamti alofa v'efer, that's the last words of Eov over there. Not so famous, this posuk. But I don't care anymore. It's all right. I understand that. Look what I reached through this suffering. I reached the Vayan Hashem as Eov min ha-se'ora. I see you. All the suffering was worth it. There's a certain way how to reach Hashem. That the pasuk says in Eov, V'achrei ori nikfu zos, u'mibsori echze luka. From my pain, I could see Hashem. From the pains, the v'achori nikfuzos, from on my skin, I had such boils, such pain. But sorry, from what happened to my bosa, the shchin ra, that was in my bosa, echzeluka, and that really happened. And then he saw Hashem through his pain. And that's the last one I could think of in this list, is Eov. And I would say in general that you don't have to ask the question on tzaddik, tzaddik v'ralo. Tzaddik is a very high madrega. The word tzaddik is used very loosely nowadays. You send children in tzaddik, tagid li tzaddik. The emes is it's not so wrong because children really are tzaddikim. They're pure, they're holy. But the word tzaddik, when you talk about a grown up, it's a very, very high madrega. And if you learn the Tanya and you see what he describes a tzaddik, I don't know if there's one in the whole door like that. And it doesn't have to be tzaddik v'ralo or rosha v'tovlo. You could also have a mutzlach v'tovlo and a low mutzlach. And over there also the question comes up. Why are there mutzlachim, people that on the outside, at least on the outside, they look like, I don't mean mutzlach in the sense that they're successful. I don't mean success in money. I don't mean that. I mean success. I mean that they look successful. That means they look like they know where they're going. They know all the answers to all the problems of life. You don't see the struggle on them. That's who I call mutzlachim. And why is there, and you could ask the same question that all these tzaddikim asked. Why is there a mutzlach and there's a not mutzlach? Like the one that he's struggling with life. The one that, and I don't mean dafka problems, serious problems, just life itself. It is a struggle. Like, what am I here for? What am I doing? Why am I doing? I mean, who says I have a right to sit in Kolo? Let's say such a problem. I have a right to sit in Kolo. If I'm not going to grow up to be the Golo Ador, if I'm not going to know Shas Baal Peh with every Tosfos, who says I have a right? Maybe I do have a right. Maybe I don't have a right. I don't know. I don't have the answer. Why are there such people that they go around with these questions? Why are there some that don't go around with these questions? This can bother a person. This can eat at a person. The mutzlachim don't have this question. Why am I a mutzlach? I'm a mutzlach because I'm me. You don't have to. It's not a question. Because I'm me. And there's some of them that you'll start telling them a story about yourself. So as soon as you finish, they'll answer, and I had this and this. I mean, like you, it's all you're the center. And if somebody else told you a story, it's just to arouse in you the opportunity to tell about yourself again. And that's that question. But the not mutzlachim ask, why am I like this and they're like that? I remember when I was young, I went from Kamenetz or yeshiva to learn in Hebron or yeshiva. I came in there, I don't know, what was I, 17 maybe? And I knew how to read a Gemara and understand it before the Bar Mitzvah already. I learned through the whole Chulin with Gemara Rashi before the Bar Mitzvah, and I didn't even know that I did anything great. Well, what's so great about that? I took a Gemara and I learned it. So what? Because children don't learn Chulin, so that means that it's a big thing that I did. So I did pick up that Gemara. So what? That's I look back at it, I see that's what I was. Then I came to the Hebron or yeshiva. All of a sudden I see everybody is arguing. They're asking, they're answering, they're arguing back and forth. But how I don't know, but what are they asking? What are they arguing? What are they talking? The Gemara seems so simple, so easy to me. What are they doing there? How did they find this depth that they found? Where did they find it from? And why can't I do it? I asked myself, and I didn't know the answer. And I was, kimat no toyu ragloi, I was like by Osuf said. I almost felt that my feet are slipping down from under me. But these questions can eat at a person, can cause pain to a person. And it's a tragedy. And there is no answer, I would say. The answer is what the Malach HaShoris. The Malach HaShoris asked Hashem, Zut Torah v'Zut Schara, when they saw the Masrekas Shel Barzel by Rabbi Akiva. They asked, Zut Torah v'Zut Schara. Hashem said to them, Shtok, kach also b'machshava lefana. This is how I'm wanted. Also b'machshava, it's called. Maybe you could say that the world was created with dibur. By Dav, Vayomer Elokim Yiyah, Vayomer Elokim Yirokia, Vayomer Elokim Tad She'ar Tzdash. Everything is an amira, a dibur. But machshava, also b'machshava, that's secrets. That's the world that was created with dibur. We can see that world. We can see, but machshava that comes before dibur. That's when it's still closed up. It's still inside. It didn't come out to be a world, a created world over there. We can't understand over there. We can only understand. Our Havana goes in the world that we could see with our eyes, but the world that's of machshava that we can't understand. And kach also machshava lefanai, Hashem says. And because of that, I would say that when once Hashem was nisgal at the Vahan Hashem Esiyah, already, okay, there's no questions anymore. I came to that place where questions don't reach, they don't penetrate over there, they don't bother over there. On the other hand, you see that this question of tzaddik v'ralo, or mutzlach v'tovlo, I would say, these questions were written in the Chav Dalet Sifrei Kisvei HaKodesh. They were written. That means these are questions that are Torah. This is Torah. These questions. It's not like problems that certain people can easily solve, and other people they can't solve it because they're more rikshi and they have more feelings, emotion. They're more emotional. They can accept the answers. It's not that. It's questions that were nikva in Kisvei HaKodesh. The pshat is that these are questions. Nevuah says that these questions are good questions. That means this is the problem of Olam Hazeh are these questions. And more than that, the answers are very not clear in the Kisvei HaKodesh, even though there are answers, but they're not clear. The reason is because the Torah is saying, the Nevuah is saying that this is something you're supposed to live with. You're supposed to know that Hashem created. There's a hesped upon him like this. There's something not understandable about life that Nevuah says that it's not understandable, not learnable. It's not understandable. Nevuah says that. And once Nevuah says it, you're supposed to know. This is part of life we're supposed to live with. It'll come a time. Adovu el mikdashei kel, says Osaf. And you'll see it's all nothing. It's all avila, all the success and all the tovlos. Like it says in Mizmar Shili Yom HaShabbos, Bifrach Hashem Kamoise Vayatzitzu Kol Palei Oven Lishom Dam Adayad. It's all gonna no kiyum, nothing is gonna be left of it. And in the first parak of Tehillim he says,
Rabbi Kaplan, we're taking another break now, thank you.